Hi there, it's Karen here from Turquoise Treasures. Welcome back to my channel, and I'm back here with part two, I think, of making this little page with my lady on her travels. So this is the Tim Holtz lady that I thought looked rather fun sitting on her suitcase. So in between the last video and this one, it's been a couple of hours. I've had some lunch and I've had some time to think about how I might want to decorate the background a little bit and bring out a little bit more colour. And it just so happened that I spotted that the back of the paper that I'd cut off this, the back of the clock paper, had quite a nice pattern on it and a nice colour. And I thought that actually brings out, because she has a slightly greenish hue, especially when you put the two together. So I thought I might use a bit of this just around the edges, just to give it a little bit more colour. So I'm going to use a bit of that. And I was toying with what to put across the top, I felt it needed a little something here. I did try doing a bit of a ruffle with the tissue paper, which is still an option. I just made a start on gluing it, and yeah, it doesn't look fantastic, but it'll be all right once it's glued down, I think, if I decide to go that way. Or the alternative, the other idea I had was to use a bit more of this paper and to use my punch, edge puncher. What's it called? It's a tonic punch. It's like a scallop punch, and I thought if it would have like a little scallopy border at the top there. So I think I'll finish doing that and see how it looks. If it all looks a bit too samey, then I may go back with plan A. I've also got a few ruffles and bits I thought I might try out, so we'll see. This might be a bit too much the same. So let's just try finishing off doing this punching first. Going in that way. No, I was going in that way, I think, yes. So I'll just finish going across the page with that, and then we'll see where we are. And I may end up using that piece of tissue just to kind of bring in a different colour. I don't want it to look too matchy. So the two lots of green might not be such a great idea. I don't know yet. So, but I shall certainly, if I don't use it on this, I'll use it on something else, because it's really pretty. And last one, it's just getting it into place, and there we are. And snip it off the other end as well. Get rid of these bits. Right, let's see. That's not going to quite work like that, is it? I need to just trim that off there. So I could put that across the top. Put that there. More or less. And then I was thinking of having this along here, so I'm not sure that that's going to be a bit too much of the same colour. So if I were to take this away, and I have to go right to the top. Obviously I'll have to repunch the holes, but that's not a problem. So I could put that there, which I do quite like, because then that gives a background to the to this fella. Behind him, it'll go quite well. So I'm going to have a think about doing this sort of ruffle across the top. tissue ruffle. It's a bit kind of rough and ready, but I think it'll be okay. Just needs gluing down really. I used to make these quite a lot in my scrapbooks, and I used to think they look really, really nice. So just haven't made one for ages. So it might be a bit of a. And I haven't done it before where I've actually done it and then stuck it to the page. I usually just do it as I go along on the page, which is a bit risky, but it usually works quite well. Just a case of whether I put that on top or that on top. I'm not sure. I might. I think I like that there. I think I do like that on the edge there. So I think I might stick that down first and then take it from there. So let's do that. It wouldn't at all surprise me if I get another phone call while I'm filming from my husband to say he's on his way home, because that's how things seem to happen. I think my family have an uncanny knack of knowing when I'm filming, so they'll either send me a WhatsApp message or a phone. Right, that's that. So before I forget, I'm going to repunch the hole. And that's it. Just need to put it back on the shelf because I really have nowhere to put it on my shelf, on my table right now. I'm surrounded. Okay. So, do I do a little ruffly thing across the top here? I think I do. I think I quite like that, just for a pop of colour. I've also got some ruffles, so I don't know whether that would look better. Let's try a little bit of ruffle, just because. Let's just see. I've got this. Or got this one. Where's my thing? There it is. Stick that in place first so I get an idea of how it would look. I think it's a bit too much. I think if I'm going to put a ruffle, I'd rather have it along the side of the clock like that, maybe. I'm thinking of maybe a piece of this, which is a bit of coffee dyed fabric, just along the side of the clock. That's a possibility. And then she can just nestle in front of it. So that might be where I'm going with that. So I think I'm just going to give this a go. Don't like it, I can probably cover it up because it's only thin. So I think I'm going to do it this way and just try to glue it as I go, really. Don't like that bit. I'm going to take that bit off. And then just glue and stick. So it's going to go all the way across the top. Oops. Let's get these out of the way for a moment. there. And then it's just a case of fold and stick as I go, really. There we are. You can always put a little extra glue. I wish I'd done that in the first place, because it's actually neater doing it that way than it was when I was trying to do it before I stuck it down. But never mind. I'm just going to put a little glue under the flaps just to hold them down. Doesn't need much. Quite like the little flappy bits. Obviously this piece was going the other way, so but that's okay. It's just a little bit of decoration, really. Adding a little bit of colour. Yeah, why not? Okay, so if I'm going to put that, oh no, not that way. I'm going to put it that way. And I want to put a little bit more colour. That's what I need to do. So I think I might just do a little bit of, let's put the thing back. I might just do a little bit of this. Don't know if it'll work. Yeah, just kind of enhances the colours a little bit. There we are. Here we go. That's it. That's what I'm going to do. Some of it will be covered up, that's fine. Okay, I think I'm happy now. It's not looking too neutral. And there still might be something to go across the top here, a little tiny bit of lace or something might go across the top. Right, so I'm going to glue this down. Oh no, I've got to remember, it's going to be a tuck. So I'm going to glue it down the side and just across the bottom here a little bit. Maybe just a little round here, because I want something, probably some sort of journal card or something that's going to tuck in there. I suppose you could make it a flip. Oh no, I couldn't, because the lady's going to be sat on top of it, isn't it? Oh well. Yeah, I don't think that would work if I was to try and flip it. Maybe I'll do something with, you know, with something else where I can flip. But I think on this occasion it's going to need to stay in one place. So let's just glue that down. And just across the bottom and just up the side a little, just to make sure it's nice and secure. If that's where I want it. It's going to go there. Just going to go there. I think that'll be fine there. Okay. Do I need any more? Let's just make sure it's glued properly. Right. Put the little suitcase about there. I wonder if I need to just glue it just a little bit more. I think I just want it just a little bit further around. Just that little bit. Make sure it's nice and firmly in place. Alright, so that goes there, and then she'll sit there. Okay, I might push him over a little bit further. Let's put it on. Can I make this into a pocket? I don't think it's quite big enough. Once I've sat her on there won't be room to pop anything in there really, will there? Let's not overcomplicate things. Glue's not wanting to come out at the moment, so I'll just give it a bit more of a squeeze. There we go. Okay, I think I've got enough dots of glue there to work hard for that. Oop. Okay. Put that there. It's not even straight. Oh, goodness me. Can I stick it again? Or am I going to have to glue it again? Let's see. Let's hope it does, especially once I've stuck her on it as well. Okay. It's quite nice being able to use some of the Tim Holtz people. I haven't really used them an awful lot because they didn't. I managed to use a few in my wedding journal, but I haven't really used them an awful lot, but I really like them. So this is quite nice to be able to use them on this. I am sorry about that. My camera cut out because my memory card was full and I hadn't realised it. It's happened before. I don't always remember to empty out all the old videos when I get just keep going. I charge up my battery and I forget about the memory card getting full. So it cut out and I've had to empty out a few things, and now I'm back again and had a chance to have a quick slurp of tea, which I'll just do a bit more before it gets cold. Okay, so she's now stuck down nice and firmly. And I've got my little pocket there. So I might do something. I've got there's a piece of the cardstock that I cut off when I was making the pages. This is some of the coffee dyed scrapbook paper. And it's quite thick because it's folded in half, and I might be able to use something like that. It's a bit big, but I might be able to cut it down and pop it in there, make something out of that, so that might be a possibility. So now I need to put my Station Master on, which I think he will just go in there nicely. But I'm just wondering what to put. I could put something behind him, like I'm thinking about another little suitcase behind him. I have got this little pile of suitcases, which is the same as the big version that I used on the other page, but I think they might be a bit too much. That might work. She looks like she's really going places there, but I think makes it a little bit bulky, whereas this is just a sticker and I could just stick that behind you. I'm just going to try it out. I've also got this little sticker as well, which is 2 suitcases. All the one. I'm just thinking that's a bit more colourful, that's all. I'm going to try it. I'm just going to stick it there very lightly just to see how it looks, and then if I like it I might stick it down with a bit of glue. So although it's self-adhesive, it's not particularly sticky. Put him there. Don't know if that works. Maybe put it over there a bit more. Yeah, I think that might be okay there. It looks like he's helping her out with his luggage, doesn't it? And it brings in the colour from up there, so I think I'll use that. Yeah. Come on, glue. There we go. There. I do plan to sew around this. I hope I haven't made it too thick for myself, especially here. Well, not for myself, but for my sewing machine. We'll see how whether it protests when I try to sew around this. Right, and then I could put him. He can just stand about there, being helpful. There we go. Okay. Don't want it blocking the entrance to the clock, do we? Right, okay. You can stick down there, Mr. Station Master. Or porter, I don't know what he is really. He definitely looks like he works at a station. And so I think it works quite well. She's waiting for the train and he's helping her with her luggage. That's, in my head, that makes total sense. Okay, so it's coming along. Now I quite like this bit of coffee dyed ruffle. I don't know if I need all of it, but I do think I might put a little bit across, a bit down here, and then bling it up a little bit. So I think, do I want the whole thing? Maybe I do. I think it's a bit wide at the bottom. It's obviously quite narrow at the top. I might just trim it a bit. Just trim it off this side a little bit. It's gone a little bit out of control on this side. That's a bit better. Yeah, I think I might put that there. Is that going to be the... No, that's not the right glue. I think we're going to have to go... Whoops! There goes the pin. I'm going to have to go Fabri-Tac. Alright, so I'm just going to put that down on its side to... Maybe I'll try and prop it up. I've tried this before, haven't I? I tried propping it up. It doesn't really work. I've got to pick up my pin, so I'll just do that in a sec. I've ordered myself another one of these. So I've got one for the Fabri-Tac when I'm using it. So they're quite handy just to stop it getting gloopy. I don't really like moving the pin from one to the other. I know it's on its way, so I should get that in the next day or two. Okay, let's put the... Oop. Let's put some of this on here. Another thing that's a little bit exciting for me, I've just had a delivery while I was making my last video. A little parcel envelope came through the post, came through the letterbox, and it was my order from Roxy Creations. I was really surprised that, because usually when I go into her Etsy shop it's just digitals because her stuff sells so quickly, the things that she, particularly her Florentine papers, I've never seen them in the shop before, and I just happened to be looking in her shop and there was some packs of Florentine papers for sale, and I thought, oh, I've got to buy some of those. I was really surprised that they were still available. She must have just put them in, because I know her stuff doesn't hang around. So, and it's just arrived, so that was very exciting. and I just had a quick look at them, and they're absolutely gorgeous. I mean, they're just so beautiful, the Florentine papers. I'm going to have awful trouble using them though. There's going to be some serious hoarding going on, I think. Which is a shame, really, because they can buy them to use them and to make our pages look pretty, but it's going to be difficult to actually make myself use them. But I will try. At least that little pack of Florentine papers that I bought from a shop here in the UK, an Etsy shop in the UK, which doesn't appear to be open anymore. And I bought this little pack of 6x6 papers, and I've been eking them out because they're such small sheets. So I have been hoarding them a bit, so I might be a bit more free with my using of them now that I've got the genuine ones. Well, I'm sure the others are genuine too, but these ones come from Italy, so I'm very excited. So I can possibly use up the other ones a bit more. Right, so I've got these, I've had these for years, these bits of little gems and pearls and things, and I thought maybe I could just put a few down here, just to bling it up. And there are no rules with this. I can make it as blingy or as grungy or whatever as I want, and I'm not really totally into the grungy thing. I normally gravitate towards pearls rather than the real bling, but I might just see how they look now. I need my tweezers to pick these up. I don't know whether to go for the pearls or the sparklies, really. Well, that's a slightly paler colour. I'll go for the other ones because I've got more of those. Let's see how it looks up there. So I've got those. Once you take them off the sheet, they're not very sticky. A little bit sticky, but I'd add more glue anyway before I stick them on. Got those. She says they're not sticky. I lie, they are sticky. Oh, I could try these. These are very sparkly. They're a bit paler. These are the really bright ones. Let's have a look. Do I like those? Let's just try sitting them on there and see what we think. Is that a bit too much? I think it is. Just a bit too much. It doesn't mean I won't use them on another page, but I think they don't quite work on this page. But I do quite like the pearls. Maybe not the really big ones. Maybe I'll just use 3 of the slightly smaller ones. Let's have a look at those. One. Oh. Get off my finger, my thumb. There we are. 1, 2, 3. That's a slightly paler one. Those 3. Any more? Should we have a look? Let's just have a look, just for the fun of it. I've got 2 more smaller ones here. There we are. Oh, that's too much. Too much. Now I quite like just the 3 bigger ones. I think these just taking a bit too far. Right. Thing is with this, because it's ring bound, it doesn't really matter if they get a bit thick because they'll just expand. And I have got a pack quite big rings, so it should be fine. So actually I quite like those there, and they bring in the colours. They sort of complete that visual triangle, which I've heard so many people talk about, and I'm not normally very good at that sort of thing, but I do quite like that. So they're going on there. And I want to put something across the top here. I don't like that's a bit untidy. So, and then I think that will be this one complete. Obviously I've got to make something to go in the pocket, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Oh, it's going to make it tricky to I won't be able to sew round it, will I, if I do it, if I put these on now. Thank you, whoever shouted out and said, don't stick it on until you've sewn it. Whoever that was, thank you for that. You've reminded me. Don't sew, don't stick it. I mean, obviously, I think this will be okay. So I need to sew around that. And then I'll stick on the bling, and I'll find a little something to go across the top here as well. But I think for now, I'll leave that, and then we'll do the other side as well. Right, mustn't forget to do that. Now, on this side, and also, it'll be easier to work on this side if I haven't got the lumpy bits down this side, won't it? So, yep, thank you whoever it was who stopped me. Oh, yeah, there was another thing I was thinking of putting on. Don't know if I will. I cut these out from the pad. I don't know what they're meant to be. Sort of bracket, you know, sort of decorative brackets. Obviously I should have put it behind him and I forgot about that. I think it may be too late now, so I might have to use them on something else. I forgot about them, but it doesn't matter too much because I can put them... Whoop. That's not really going to work, is it? Never mind. They can go on something else. No biggie. And I've got something, I wanted to put something in that corner too. But maybe I'll wait to finish the little bit of decoration around the edges until I've sewn around it. Yes, I think that's what I need to do before I make it too difficult for myself. Okay, on this side, what I wanted to do with this side, I think, was use some of this Tim Holtz collage paper. Is that what they call it? Yeah, collage paper. The map one. I thought that would be quite nice and quite colourful, and it's quite a good way to cover some of this page. I'm just going to tear it randomly. Never used this stuff before, so it should be interesting. I guess you use it the same way you know if you're going to stick on some napkin. So I'm just going to put that in that corner, and I'm going to use some glue stick to do that, I think. That seems to make the most sense to me. So I don't want it too wet. Right, let's see. Start up here. How far down are we going? Down to about here. Oop. Ooh. Oh! I thought, where'd that go? Oh dear, that's the end of that. Okay, fair enough. I have another one just handy. There we are. I knew that was coming towards the end, so I was prepared. Ooh, let's rock that up a bit. Don't want that. Ooh. I think I've probably got enough on here anyway. I've got it around the edges, that's the... Although I will be sewing, as I may have mentioned about 10 times. Okay, let's put this on. Where's my little card? That's a bit not lying as flat as I would like, so let's just use my card to smooth it down, I think. Not entirely sure what I'm going to put on here apart from this, but we will go back to the pad and see what I can find. I have an idea of what might go on here. I'll try, we will see. Oop. That gonna go? Yeah. Okay. And I might just put a little bit down down this side, I think. Doesn't tear very straight. I may have to do a bit of trimming. So I really wanted it just to go down the side of the edge here, so I might just cut it. Use these little bits on something else. Not going to waste them. Do that. Yep, I'll do that. Actually, I don't really want all of this to be covered up, so I'm going to do a bit more tearing. Not so worried about this being straight, so just tear that. I just want this bit of, I suppose you call it ledger type paper. I don't know. So I thought I might just do that there. Then you've got a little bit of the chart of the world poking out as well. Not that it's probably going to end up being covered up anyway. Who knows? I want to see what I use. Okay, so I'm going to put some more glue on here. Let's see if that's I've gone up high enough with that. Probably too high. Yep. That's fine. May have gone a bit mad with the glue. Whoop. Smooth it out. Okay. Just need a bit more on this corner, I think. It's just lifting here a little bit. And that may be because it's sticking over the edge. Let's see. Let's put a little bit more on. Sorry. Try to keep on camera. Okay. Let's see if I've got any bits sticking out on that side at the top. Not really, no. I have a little bit sticking out of the side here. Right, let's see what we've got. Can't really do too much until this dries, but I can do a bit of planning what I'm going to do, can't I? Still need to trim that off a little bit. I think I've got it. All right. So yeah, it's got a little bit wrinkly because it's wet now. So let's have a think about what we can use from the paper pad. So I've got a possible idea. So I know I haven't used my lovely ladies yet. I'm working up to it. I'm just kind of getting into the groove of this a bit before I risk cutting up my ladies from the pad. take all the bits off. Right, so I've got a piece of this, which could be used for something, but I might use, that'd be quite nice for a background on one of the pages, won't it? So, and I've got this page, and I'm going to have to cut around these to make a little triple flip or something, little sort of triple journaling card. So I'll end up with this, which I can use as well another time. And of course she's the one I'm kind of hanging on to at the moment, because I haven't quite decided what I want to do with her. Although she'd actually look quite good on there. I'll have a think about that. And her again, there she is, I love her. And then there's the big boat. So they're the three big images that I need to use at some point. Also I thought I could do something with this. Let's have a look. I've got these houses, which are rather fun. Oh, and the other thing I've got, which I've already cut out, if I can find it. Oh, what have I done with it? Oh yeah, here we are. And with all the papers, I've got my bookcase or books. I mean, it was meant to be that way, but you could put them that way. I was thinking about whether that could be made into a belly band, maybe. Not sure they work on here though, on the maps. So I could use that as a belly band. That would be quite interesting. Let's have a. I'll cut that out, I think. And of course then this will be an interesting pocket as well, or even more than one. I don't know how I'm going to get. I mean, I love the background as well. I love the back of this, but I can't use it all. I just need to cut up this side. Put these out of the way because they're my fabric ones and I don't want to get them mixed up. I prefer these when I'm doing little fiddly bits. Right. Around there. And then a bit. There we are. Right. So I could possibly use that. Not sure about that. Whether that will certainly be good as a belly band. I don't know if it works on here though. So I'm just wondering, because I've just realised that this colour goes quite well with this background, and I'm wondering whether to make that into a side tuck maybe. I'll do the whole thing. I might cut this out and just see how it looks, and then, yeah, sorry, I'm just going to, trying out these different things, see what works best in this background, and I suspect that these are the colours that will or this, particularly this central one, might go better on here. I'm just going to have to cut around it roughly. I've still got this piece. Reynolds Map of London. I might be able to do something with that. I don't know. I keep thinking perhaps I should get another pad so I can use the other side of some of these pages, but that would be a bit daft really, wouldn't it? I just need to use what I've got. This might even be possible to cut this into into two pieces. And use them in different places, because I'm hoping to do about 10 decorated pages, maybe. So I need to make as best use of the pad as I can. I say 10, and then it's double-sided, so that's 20 pages to be done. Right, oh, I haven't finished cutting around the roof. Alright, that'll do. Get rid of some of these pieces. Alright, so that actually goes quite nicely there. I'm just wondering if I cut it there, stick it there, then what do I put? Otherwise it's going to be difficult to get something into it, isn't it? I think I will. I think I'll cut it down here and just use this piece, because it actually fits in really nicely into that gap, doesn't it? Sadly, it covers up my chart of the world. That's the only problem. I had a feeling that might happen. No, it might be a little bit showing. Who knows? Okay, let's just do that. Cut that down there. I can use this on another page. So I'll pop that there. Like that. How would that look? It needs to be a little bit further. Where's the other hole? Oh, I haven't gone through it yet, have I? It's only thin. Might be able to do the two pieces together. Okay, so that might work like that. And then I'll be able to tuck something in. Let's use that same piece of card that I had. Oh, I've got some... Whoops. I've got some journal cards I could use here. Don't know if they'll go. I'll come back to that. What's on the back of that? Interesting bits and pieces I might be able to use for making journaling cards with. That might be something I'll have to come back to make some of the ephemera to go into these pockets. I think at the moment I just feel like making the actual basis of the journal, and maybe we'll make ephemera to go in the pieces another time. I know I've made some things, but I think I might just put that there. What else can we do? Let's see what else I've got that I can... used, decorate it up a bit. I've got this bit of map here. I feel like it needs a little something in that corner. About this bit of I can't say I'm going to be able to weave a story amongst for each of the pages. This is not going to make an awful lot of sense to have a boat and a house on the same page. It's just how it's gone. This is just about getting things or colours that I like together. Is that going to work? Maybe. Not sure about that. Like it, but perhaps not on this page. Maybe I'll just do a piece of I've got some writing paper here somewhere. That might work in the background. I'll better put that behind there, actually. Or the yellow. Quite like the yellow, actually. I'm going to tear that out and see where we go with that. And just tear along here. Let's see. I've lost my house. Oh, there it is. How's that going to look? Is that going to fit behind there? See, I quite like that. I think it just brightens up the page. Okay, we'll do that. So obviously I'm covering up a lot of the bits that I put on earlier, but that's the way it goes sometimes. Provides a bit of a background, but doesn't always stay there. Okay, so now I need something along there. Will that work? Just tear off this bit just because it's curling up a little bit. Pop that there. See, I quite like that. Don't know why, but I just do. So I'm just going to ink around this one because it's a bit light. I might ink around both of them actually. Nope, going for the wrong one. I was trying to reach for the walnut stain. That's not the one I want. Okay, when I've stuck these down, I think we're virtually there on our hour. That goes so quick. So I'm going to have to come back again, aren't I? Get this finished. Otherwise I don't want to leave it hanging because it's going to take a while to get through making all these pages, especially with doing all the decorating, and they're double-sided, so it's like 2 at a time really, but I don't want to really not complete it before I go, before the next week. So it may be that there'll be a third part. Probably won't appear till the next day or the day after that. I won't publish them all on the same day. I might publish the first 2 to get together and then leave it a couple of days and then publish part 3. How about that? Give you a chance to recover. But I will try and publish it before, the next week, because this is my Thursday journal, and the bird one is my Monday journal in my head. It may not be when you watch them, but it's when I publish them. So I will try and not leave. If I'm doing one page, I'll try and get it all published fairly close together. And I'm actually got to straighten that edge, haven't I? So I didn't really need to ink around that bit because I'm going to have to cut it across, I think. Straighten it up a bit. Okay, so then I'm going to stick that there. Alright, get my glue page over. Well, I can't quite bring it in because there's just not room for it. Get away. So I'll get these bits glued down and then we'll call that the video for today. And then I'll probably sew round it before I come back to finish the decorating. Whoops! Before I make it too thick. It's probably quite thick already. This one, I'm just wondering whether to sew it before I stick on my house. That might be a good idea. That's just going to be another layer of thickness. So that might be the sensible thing to do, mightn't it? Down to the edge, that's it. Where'd I put it? Oh, there it is. So, there will be a third part to this video, but I might just have to wait a couple of days for it to appear. I'm going to pop that there and I'm going to make it a tuck, I think, because I think that works best in that situation. Okay, and then I'll have a think about what else I'm going to decorate this with. I'm going to have to make something to go in it, and yeah, and obviously I'll need to do something up here, make it a bit more jolly. Okay, so there we are. That's the end of this one. This is part 2, and come back and, so I'm just clearing up around me as I speak. I'll come back in part 3 and get these finished up, and in the meantime I'll just sew around this and that'll get it on its way to being finished. And I'll have to decide if I'm going to, I think I'm going to have to, I might sew this on and then punch the hole. I think that's what I might do. Okay, I will see you in the next video. Thank you for joining me. Bye bye.